Hi there guys, me again, Ryan JC. Now, there's a certain point in my Astral Projection Crash course where I'm talking about observing your thoughts. You get to the point where basically you're just observing your thoughts and you're getting ready to notice your body falling asleep. And once your body's falling asleep, then you get the onset of the tones and the noises and stuff like this. However, what I didn't mention, which is quite crucial actually when it comes to actually even just hearing the tone itself, and the reason why I didn't notice this or didn't actually pay attention to putting this in the previous videos is simply because last night I had memories. I was flooded back with tons and tons of memories of when I was a child, of when I used to sleep, and a lot of the time, and it sucks to say this, but I did used to cry myself to sleep. Now, the reason why I used to do this is not important in this video. However, when I would lay down and I'd lay down on my pillow, and obviously there'd be a wet patch of where the tears have been just soaked up the pillow. It used to be freezing cold, and I used to yawn, right? I used to yawn, but obviously when you're crying, you sniff a lot. So you're yawning and you sniff. Now I don't know if a lot of you can do this on purpose. Me personally, I can. Yeah, I just open my mouth and it just locks and I just start yawning. And oftentimes you'd yawn, and I used to do this a lot. I know a lot of you have probably tried this, where you're in a group of people, maybe you're in a cafeteria or you're sat down with your friends, and you'll just start yawning on purpose just to see which one actually catches on, and then they'll start yawning. And sometimes they know what you're doing, but oftentimes they can't help themselves and they yawn, and they're like, you did this to me. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you yawn, when you get to the apex of your yawn, what you want to do is you want to sniff like that. What it does is it puts pressure on your ears. It creates like a vacuum, and it pulls your eardrums in, and you can hear a tone, a slight tone. Now the reason why I'm saying this, and if you want to stop this, you just pop them back out. Like when you yawn, you just pop it again, and it just pops them back out. Now a lot of people can't do this. Don't get frustrated if you can't. Try opening your mouth. You've probably yawned quite a few times since I said this, because every time I say the word yawn, at the back of your mind, you're probably going to be imagining times that you've actually previously yawned. It wouldn't surprise me if you actually start yawning during this video. But that would be a perfect time for you to try this. Now, once your eardrums have locked in and you can hear it, what I noticed is when I was a child doing this, and I'd sniff and I'd try to sleep, I'm trying to sleep, so obviously I'm going to be yawning, I'm sniffing because and I'd hear the tone a lot. So much so I can't get out of my head. I'm constantly listening to it. I didn't know what was going on. And it's because I was listening to this tone, I only just noticed it last night as I started redoing it again, that on the onset of listening to this tone, as soon as you start listening to it, your body feels light. You actually feel the separation pretty darn quickly. And I'm racking my brain thinking, oh, why didn't I put this in my previous videos? This will help my YouTube videos or my YouTube viewers a lot, especially the people who have done private consultations with me, paid consultations with me. This could just jumpstart their progression when it comes to actually trying to do this on purpose. So this is what I want you to do today, okay? I want you to yawn, get in the practice of yawning, try to learn to do it on yourself, do it on your own, okay? And once you get to that top of the yawn, sniff. That was a good one. and it will suck in your eardrums and you can hear the tone. And you just want to focus on that tone. You can even do meditations on it if you like, where you just listen to the tone and you just still everything else. Now, what I need you to do if you want to pop out your body, basically, what I'm going to need you to do, guys, is once you've envisioned what you're walking around and you're feeling the walls and everything. And the reason why you're doing that is to train your third eye. A lot of people are saying, they're emailing me saying that they can't see anything once they're out. They're walking around, they're touching everything, they're walking into things, but they can't actually see anything, or everything's blurry. This is why you visualize everything first. This is why I made up this process in the first place, this specific point, is to visualize myself. So it's like it's grounding me, it's exercising my skill in seeing. And that is why I'm encouraging people to do that part of the process, the 4-step process. So imagine everything, feeling everything, imagine acting it all out. Don't imagine seeing yourself doing it, actually do it yourself. That could have been very easily misconstrued. Don't get up physically and touch everything, okay? You lay down in your bed, you relax, you get comfortable. Don't try to sit still, or your body will lock up. Get comfortable like you would as if you were going to go to sleep, but don't make the intention go to sleep. Make the intention to astral project. You're actually going to do it this time. Lay down, get comfortable. It doesn't matter if you move too much at the beginning, but once you've laid down and you're starting to hear the tones, once you've paid attention to the locking and you can hear the tone properly, you know, and you're starting to feel light, if your body feels locked up or quite jagged, don't move. It's going to suck, but don't move, and it won't last very long. You know, that uncomfortability, you'll push past it pretty easy. Just break past that uncomfortability. And what happens is, after you've done the visualization, you make the intention to notice yourself falling asleep like you've done, or like you've noticed yourself fall asleep in the past. So you recall the memory, and as you're recalling the memory, what's going to happen is you're going to pick up the vibrational frequency of your thought patterns back then. Once you were in that state where you notice yourself falling asleep, you're going to bring it into the now. You're going to feel it going in the present, in the cells of your body. You're going to feel it in your mind, how your consciousness just shifted to that same state that you was in once you noticed yourself falling asleep. That's when you notice the tone. You probably had the tone already. You probably didn't even need to sniff and force it on yourself. And by the way, if you keep sniffing, it's not going to get louder, so don't do that. It's going to hurt yourself. You know, you only have to barely do it to put pressure on your ears so you can slightly hear the tone. Once you hear that tone, just focus on that tone and nothing else. Once you've done that, you're going to feel light. That tone's going to overcome you. It's going to overpower you like an ocean. I've recently researched into this, which is funny because I've been doing this my entire life. I've only just started researching into this. That tone apparently is called the Om tone, the Om tone. And once you experience this, you open up what is called the God's head, which I can actually relate to when it comes to me actually experiencing this in the past, because it's felt like the top of my head's come alive. It's felt like my top of my head was made out of snakes or maybe maggots, and it's all started to deform. And the feeling of vibration, or like the tone just gets so loud. It will sound like white noise often it will sound like white noise. You hear the tone first, it'll get louder, it'll overpower you. But in between that, it may sound like white noise, like radio static. You may start hearing voices. A lot of stuff will happen during this process. But once it overpowers you, and then it goes down. Once it goes down, once you no longer notice it, that is when you get up. Okay? Now at this point, you cannot get out of your body, in the sense that you can't get up and your physical body will get up. If you're afraid of your physical body getting up at this point, you're going to go back into your body, everything's going to black out, and then you're going to get up physically. Don't do that, guys. The fact of the matter is, at this stage, you're not in your physical body at all, so you don't need to have some sort of fear against that happening, because it's impossible, because you're no longer in your body. So when you get up, you're not going to be getting up in your physical third dimensional body. You'll be in your astral body, which is like your physical body in the sense that you can move it and everything like you would your physical body. Why? Because you're using your astral body and your energy bodies, your third body, all your other bodies to function this third dimensional body. This is the end result. It's like the electricity in a robot, you know? So it's pretty much first nature kind of thing. It's pretty simple when it comes to moving. So I just wanted to make this quick video. I just wanted to make you guys aware of this particular type of skill when it comes to the tone, the Om sound. Okay, it won't sound like Om, it will sound like a tone, a frequency inside your head. It will sound different in this one, sound different in this one. As you start focusing on either side of your hemispheres as your brain, it will sound like it's in this ear or that ear. It's not, it's in your pineal gland. It will become center, and then just focus on it. Again, like I said, the more you focus on it, the more it will overcome you. The more it overcome you, the more you'll feel light. It's quicker. It speeds up the onset of you noticing your body falling asleep. So I'm going to mention that in this video. Also, just a quick side note, as soon as I announced how to find my email address, everyone's been hitting me with emails. Do not email me if the question you're asking is in my videos. I will not reply back. You know, and it should be common sense These videos I'm putting right now, these ones on YouTube, these are the ones that I'm giving to you guys for free. It's to help you astral project. I've given you guys enough videos to do that. However, a lot of you have more complicated backgrounds when it comes to the things you've done, how you're doing things, and you need consultation advice. You need me to actually guide you, okay? These videos are for the help. Don't email me questions that are already in my YouTube videos, because I'm not going to answer back, like I said before. If you're asking me questions that I haven't put in my YouTube videos, I will create a video response. You know, I'm actually recently putting one together right now as we speak on visualization, on how to help visualize with your third eye. If you're very outside your head and you're a very third dimensional person where you're not really inside your head, you're not a daydreamer, I basically put together a video which will help you become more of a daydreamer. So it helps you onset of the DMT secretions within your pineal gland, which will help really juice things up, especially when it comes to the end result, which will be your meditations. And I'm also going to be speaking about how dynamic meditation can actually be, rather than just you sat in one place. You can actually walk around and do it wherever you are. I do it every day at work, constantly from the day I wake up to the point I go to sleep. Even during sleep, I'm in a state of different deliberate consciousness, which I've deliberately set the intention to experience. So, yeah, again with consultations, if you're more complex, if you really need me to teach you, to guide you in the right direction, I do set up consultations. Now, these are obviously going to be charged. I'm not going to give away my valuable time for free to a complete stranger. That's why these videos are here, okay? Don't get it wrong, it's not like you're going to be on yourself when you do this, although that is the best way to go about it. You take advice from videos of other people who are experienced in this skill, and then you use it to add to your own knowledge, add to your own practices, and then once you add into your practices, you come up with your own techniques, you come up with your own ways of doing it, you start to learn how it's actually doing it, how it's working for you, and that's how you learn, that's how you progress from your own experiencing, from trial and error, okay? So if you want guidance, personal guidance, if you've tried for months and it's just not working, okay, set up a consultation, just email me, and the price is typically it's £60 per hour. That's including advanced, deep, fast responsive emails, okay? So I'm always in communication with you, so I'm helping you out, okay? Now £60 per hour is pretty simple, it's pretty easy. It's not that bad, to be honest with you. I'd pay that if I didn't know anything about astral projection. Just ask yourself, how much would you pay to pop out your body and to learn and discover the whole secrets of the universe? The amount of stuff that I know right now, I cannot put a price on it, especially when it comes to manipulating reality. That's really cool stuff. And I know you guys are actually going to probably want to know how to do that at some point, because it really does make your dreams come true. And especially when it seemingly gives you these abilities, which basically behave as if you're putting words into other people's mouths. And it's a really new side of thinking, of looking at the world, of viewing the world, and of viewing how things actually are, which really do make you as an individual consciousness experiencing the collective consciousness. It makes you feel connected to the source of creation, to the point where you feel like you're, I don't know if I should say it. I'm not going to say it. But anyway, hope this helped. I'm Ryan JC, and I'll speak to you guys pretty soon.